In my previous video, I discussed historic French design styles. Today, I'll be giving you my 20 favorite tips to add French style to your home, which may or may not include historically inspired pieces. If you've watched all my other videos, many of these tips will sound familiar, but I'm now combining them in one list. Here they are. Number 1, cheerfully accept imperfection. If the fabric is worn or stained, the wood is scratched, the glass is cracked, something's glued back together, it's okay. French homes feel more lived in than immaculate. So relax. There's more to life than perfection. Number 2, develop proficiency at mixing. The French confidently combine vintage and antique items with the contemporary. They throw in items from different cultures and design periods. If decor is predictable, it can be boring or off-putting. Number 3, be adventurous. As long as things are of a compatible scale, combine the items you love. Sometimes it takes a little trial and error, but French style is about being bold. Number 4, embrace your personal history. The most fabulous French interiors incorporate pieces from personal and family collections. If you don't have your own family pieces, find items from someone else's family at thrift and antique stores or online shopping. Number 5, cultivate yourself. The French have many opportunities to see really old cities in decor. Those of us from younger countries have to work at it. So travel, visit museums, read books, study designers whose work you like. Over the years, I've dug into hand-knotted rugs, Frank Lloyd Wright, 18th century French design, Impressionist art, potagers, transferware, American antique furniture, cathedrals, and the list goes on. Try reading those coffee table books. The more I learn, the easier it is for me to recognize and appreciate good design. Number 6, be flexible and unexpected. A little formal, a little casual. The French combine high-end with everyday. Spaces should be versatile, but cohesive. Number 7, embrace contradiction. Things that don't obviously pair well together often make the most interesting interiors. Contradiction is a takeoff on tip number 2, mixing things. Number 8, make your own rules. There's a huge difference between following trendy design rules and a personal design style. Develop taste by educating yourself, then you don't need some arbitrary rules. Number 9, don't throw out the old. Repurpose things, whether it's an old family piece or a found item. The French love brocantes, what we call a flea market. 12 years ago, I was in Geneva for a month. They had a flea market twice a week where I found 2 watercolors and an etching that I brought back for my daughters. If you're shopping, try vintage and antiques first. And remember tip 1, accept imperfection. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see a video on how I approach thrifting. Number 10, don't be obsessed with everything matching. The French do kind of look down their noses at how Americans can be so unimaginative. Be flexible when considering colors and styles. If you find something you love but it isn't a perfect match, try it anyway. Remember tips 1 and 2. Accept imperfection and mix things. Be sure to click the button if you're getting helpful ideas. Number 11, use florals. The French always have fresh flowers or greenery or dried florals in their homes. I took a small terrarium to college and have always had living plants since then. A space feels lifeless to me without plants. I tend to buy potted plants rather than cut flowers since they last longer. Number 12, add vintage items. Even in a modern interior, you can include vintage rugs and posters or furniture. And don't be afraid to mix rustic and elegant. Number 13, lean into the architecture if you're lucky enough to have some. The French would never modernize the beautiful interiors in a houseman apartment or cover the stone from an old farmhouse. Embrace any details your space might have. Our home had few architectural details when we bought it, but I exposed some of the old cinder block walls and then added some details of my own, like the knee braces on the front porch, the arch under the stairs, and new baseboard and window trim. Number 14, go for the gold. Well, gold gilded mirror, that is. Really, any mirror. You can always add the gilding. Number 15, include distressed pieces. Shiny and brand new is the opposite of a French-inspired home. I deliberately chose wood with knots for my kitchen shelves. I reused a louvered door from my pantry. Someone commented that I needed to paint it. Remember tip 1, accept imperfection. Number 16, choose a neutral background. In my experience, your neutral does not have to be white or beige or gray. My neutral is a warm gold. My daughter Katie's neutral is a taupe. I had a client years ago whose neutral was a very pale pink throughout the house. It just needs to be a color that works throughout your house, doesn't call attention to itself, and brings joy to you. Number 17, choose a coordinated color palette. The colors in each room should transition smoothly with the other spaces. The right neutral might be what pulls it together, or it might be a secondary color. In my previous house, every room had a bit of deep green. Number 18, add an armoire for storage and style. Very French. Just saying the word makes you feel French. Number 19, use a chandelier anywhere you can. For me, especially if it has crystals. Number 20, create a cozy outdoor space where you can sit and enjoy the day. My 20 tips are concrete steps you can take. I'm now going to share with you some hard-earned wisdom. First, take your time. We Americans like fast food, fast fashion, fast decor. That's not how you get fine cuisine, haute couture, or a personalized designer interior. You need to let a space evolve. It's easy to find what's trending at the moment, but it requires patience to find unique pieces you will cherish. Next, avoid overstaging. Staging is popular with homes that are being put on the market. The spaces are neutralized so that anyone could imagine living there. Staging has its place, but decorating is about designing a space that uniquely suits the people who live there. I've heard more than one American designer comment on how relaxed the French are about their mantels and tables and shelves. It's like the French just plop down their stuff with no rhyme or reason, and their beds or cushions might be wrinkled or tousled. Maybe my husband's French. Remember tip 1, accept imperfection. Are you decorating for yourself or to be seen by others? Let me know in the comments what things in your home could never be found in anyone else's home. The most creative solutions and the best stories begin with the biggest challenges. See you next time.